Welcome back everyone to another episode of Civil Textures. My name is Ferdy, and in today's tutorial we're going to be looking on how to convert a 2D topographical survey into a 3D in Site3D. I know, too many 3Ds. And also we're going to be showing you how to import the 3D topographical survey into Site3D and what you can do with it. Spoiler alert, actually you don't have to do anything apparently. I just found out today. If you're new to the channel, I upload weekly tutorials about civil engineering. At the moment it's not like theory or like how to design your drainage, but how to use the software available in today's industry to design your stuff. So I show PDS, Flow, Site3D, and AutoCAD. Also, I'll be starting showing Civil 3D as well, as I believe that is becoming more and more industry standard with PDS as well. So I need to balance those content as well. So if you're interested in these kind of tutorials, hit the subscribe button so you can stay notified about the tutorials, and I hope you learned something today. Without further ado, let's begin. So we hit the folder icon to open, and we're gonna do two examples, 2D and 3D survey. Now the difference between a 2D survey and 3D survey is that 2D survey does not have any Z information. So it might have the text or the spot levels, etc., but they're not set on a Z value. They don't have any Z value. So we're gonna start with the 2D survey. So now, as you can see, it brings our drawing in, and the first thing you might notice is that it monochromed it for us. If you would like to view your original colors, then you will go and hit the color by layer button, which is the red, green, blue boxes. As you can see, I have grayscaled it from my CAD, and that's how I actually like my topographical survey. So there wouldn't be any need for you to hit the color by layer, because it feels natural to have a monochrome for the topographical survey, because that's the background information, because you'll be working on the proposal. But for now, we're gonna look into this one. Now, as you will notice that in the bottom right, you have the X, Y, and Z axis values. And if I hover any point, you can see the Z value remains 0. That means there is actually 0 information regarding my Z axis. So now I want to create this into 3D. Now, what would you do in Civil 3D? It's a process where you tell them text and then you assign points to the text, etc. Same with PDS. Site3D is very proud of this command of them. That's what I understood from the promo videos and everything, is that they have this command 2D to 3D. So if you hit it, what it will do is it will convert the 2D drawing that you have into 3D straight away. Now, the window will appear and you'll have to select the model. So basically the drawing you want to convert. Now, there is a window where you can zoom in to view your information, because you cannot zoom in anymore in the window, the original main window. Now, it picks up the maximum minimum level. As I can see that I've picked up some roof elevations. Now, I'm not going to get rid of them at the moment. I'll get rid of them later, or maybe on a different tutorial. I'll show you how to edit your ground model. Now, we're just going to go to advanced just to see. Now, in the advanced, we have some blocks that they were picked up from the drawing. And the blue signifies that it's been highlighted. So basically what it's saying is that, look, this is point, and we think that this is the block that represents a point. And if we click or double click, actually click one more time, we deselect it. So we're gonna leave it as it is because it picked it up naturally. And there are some checkboxes where they have like predefined some stuff like convert arcs to line, convert cross to point, or lines to polylines. Now, as well, you have the use invert IL level for text. So basically, if you have invert level 19.9, it will use that one, where in other softwares, you couldn't have the letters in the text, as it will be like, oh, this is a no-no, I don't know what's that, so I'm not touching it. But Site3D allowed for the invert level text. Also, you can contour map. So basically, if you have contours in your drawing, but they don't have any 3D information on them, it will assign all the levels on that contour. And you can use split text as well. Now, if you want to find more about each of the options, you can just hit the help button and just scroll down and everything will be there, and they specify all clear. Now, we're gonna hit the convert now. The first thing you will notice is that it splits our window screen into two, one for the 2D and one for the 3D. Now you don't have to click on each window to activate it. You just hover your mouse and it'll activate straight away. Now to rotate your 3D model, hold your middle click mouse and left click holding it down will move it. Now as you can see, it adds automatically a color shade. So as I know from my drawing, this is a ditch, so automatically the blue, I understand, is the deeper values, and where it goes bright orange is the higher, which picks the roof levels. Now I want to delete this. This is not part of my drawing, so all I have to do is just go to surface, edit surface, and what I'm gonna do is delete a region, and I'm just gonna drag and hit right click, remove selection, and I'm gonna hit OK. So it removes that selection for me and it reshaded everything for me. Now what other thing I can do is change the colors. One way to do it is you go to the properties, and if you go to the colors, you can change use the model color, use height shading, which is low and high. So I can have, let's say, a low color of light blue and a high color of, let's say, dark green, and it automatically shows you the the differences. Now you can also use height bands. So basically you want, let's say, an interval of 0.5, and let's say the lowest is blue, the highest is orange, but let's make it red, and or actually let's make it dark red. So as you can see here, it picks it up. Now, or you can make it just bright red, and yeah, there we go. You hit OK and then OK again, and you can see there. Now let's remove our color by layer. You can see it's grayed out, and as you can see here, there we go. It also adds a table for you, and the table is, what's the word, dynamic. So basically if I change the surface properties, so if I go to model color properties and let's say I do height shading, it removes it, but when I add the height bands, it adds it again. It's smart, it picks it up. I don't know how they coded the location. I think it's top right of the boundary by an X amount extent. So actually let me test it. So if I add, I'm still on my surface edit, if I add a point, let's say, and add it, let's say here, and I'm gonna add the value, what's the closest one, let's say 8, hit OK. Yes, it moves it, it picks up the boundary of your model, and then what it does is adds an offset to it at the top right corner. So that's good to bear in mind. Now the next thing you want to do is contours. So you just have to hit the contour surface button, which is next to the 2D 3D, or surface contour. Now the window will appear. You have the enable contours, which you need to have it ticked so you can show your contours. You have the normal contours, which is your minor contours if you know them like that. Text size. Now I know my drawing fits on an A1 on a scale 1 to 500. Therefore the text I want to use is 2 for the minor, which is 1. So 1 times the 500, which is 2, then it's 2. Remember how exactly works out, I just memorize all the text sizes based on the scales. Now text interval, I want it like every 50 meters. And now for the prominent contours, I want every 1 meter, text size 2.5, so 1.25, and text interval again every 50 meters. We have some color default contours, or we can pick our own ones. So let's say I want to pick a gray one, let's say, actually dark green, let's say, and for the dominant one, a yellow one. And if we hit OK, you can see the dominant yellow and the green ones. Now, if I want to remove the survey surface, I want to keep my contours. I just untick the display surface, and you can see these are my contours. So if you have closed now, let's say accidentally, the 3D panel, to view it, you have to hit the display 3D view, and it will bring it back up to you. Now, if we want to view again the display survey surface, you just hit it and to show it. Now we're gonna do the 3D one. So what we will have to do is go open again, and we're gonna open the 3D survey, which is a different survey. And as you can see here, color by layer is different, monochromatic straight away. Now the thing I've noticed is that it straight away picks up the 3D values. So I don't have to do two 3D 2D to 3D, all I have to do is display survey surface and it picks it up. So I know this is the high point, this is the low point, and I can actually change some stuff. So if I can go to, let's say, height shading, and we said low is, let's say, bluish and high is greenish. There you go. So I'll view them now. There we go. That's better. So high, low. Now, if I try to do the contours, I do not have to create a 3D model for them. It actually picks them up straight away. So if I hit OK, it picks up the contours straight away. And also, if I just go back to the color and just change it because it's too strong, let's do height bands. Okay, and then let's change the contours to the gray and black. As you can see, it picks it up. I didn't have to create the 3D model. Straight away, I created the contours. Now, if I want to view the 3D model, all I have to do is display 3D view, and it picks up. So basically, as soon as you open your drawing, Site3D actually creates a 3D model and you can view it because it picks up that it has 3D information. As you can see here, it picks up the road and everything. So I think the default settings for snapping, it picks them up. So now you can download this file from the Site3D sample data. So basically it's the one that you can try, and you can follow this tutorial along. That's all you need to know basically to do your topographical survey. Now, because this is a DWG, so let's say if I save it, I actually need the license. Harry, can we sort this out so I can continue showing the tutorial? Thank you. Actually, it's my fault. I should have sorted it out beforehand. Let's hit cancel. So all you have to do is just save it, and that will save it in your DWG. Now, if you want to export it, you just go File, and you go to Push to AutoCAD, and it will export to AutoCAD, or I think Save As, and you select the format you want to save it as. So I'm actually curious to try the 3D PDF. However, as you can see here, it picked up all the lines, everything nicely. This is a more complex topographical survey, and it seems that the contours were picked up nicely. So I'm happy to see that. I hope you learned something. Actually, it's pretty intuitive, so there wasn't any reason for me to show you this. But however, for everyone who's just looking to see what Site3D is capable, this is just a glimpse, as they say, the tip of the iceberg. And if you liked the video, hit the like button, and if you actually would like to see more content, hit the subscribe button. This will help me in the long run, and also will motivate me to bring more tutorials to you guys. It will help me in the long run. And as always, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.